Alright, about 4 or 5 months ago, I sold the Canon EOS R8. I bought this, the Canon R5, because I thought that I wanted this back because it was more professional and it was the more expensive camera and it was just better, right? Well, personally, I think I was wrong. So guess what? I rebought it.
I think one of the biggest reasons that I've got this camera again is because of its size. It's a very small camera, and the fact that it's so small, I'm more willing to take it with me different places. I'm cleaning up a mess right now, sorry about that, but the size of this camera, great.
I rebought the Canon R8 and I just got it in yesterday.
Is this camera body small, but if you pair it with Canon's tiny little STM lenses like this one right here, this is the 16mm RF 2.8. It's like $250, and when you pair it with the R8, it makes like a tiny little toy camera that packs a punch. That's another reason why I wanted this camera. It shoots 6K inside of the camera and it downsamples it to 4K when it outputs it out of the camera. The 6K downsample to 4K coming out of this camera is actually incredibly crispy, and I think that it looks better than a lot of other Canon camera 4K footage.
Bro, look at this. Look how it fits in my hand. This is how small it is for comparison size. It has a really nice soft grip. It's not all metal clunky and just a little bit of grip. You can fit your whole hand on it. It just feels good when you're able to grip your camera with a nice grip and know that you're not gonna drop it and you can like kill it. I shot a ton of music videos on this. I shot a ton of vlogs on this, YouTube videos. I also shot a ton of photo work, which I really loved, and I'll probably print out some of these. I just haven't got around to it, but I shot so much cool stuff with this camera. I used it for about a year's time because I really wanted to test it. I know other people got the camera, made like little reviews, and then that was it. They were over it. Like, it wasn't a big popular camera. This was kind of like an unpopular camera. But as far as the specs go, and as far as the performance goes, and as far as the size of it goes, it's incredible in my opinion, and it deserves more recognition. So I bought it again, and after me using it for a year, I made so much cool stuff with it. Looking back, I'm like, man, I kind of want that camera back. I feel like I could color it better, and I feel like it looked better in some cases than my R5, and this is an expensive professional camera.
All right, cool. 3.5 hour drive. I just got out here to Charlotte, North Carolina, linking up with some fam, kicking it, but I stopped at this little spot right here, abandoned building. I like that this camera shoots up to 4K 60s, but what I really missed was the 180 frames per second if I need it. Super slow motion if I'm trying to shoot something that is moving really fast, and I don't have that on my R5. The R8 has that, and I think that's pretty cool about this camera. The only downside is the 4K 60s. This thing can definitely overheat. So there it is. The overheating meter did come on. It's 1 bar, but it is extremely hot out here today. If it is extremely hot outside, or if you're shooting 4K 60s, the camera does get the overheating bar. It doesn't always overheat though. The thing about the R8, when I used to have it, is it only overheated for me probably about 5 or maybe 5 times. No, I don't like it. And does it bother me? Yes, when this overheating, actually it just popped off. I went into the shade and I'm good now. That's why I'll talk about timing. But what I learned is if I don't want to overheat the camera, I can easily just drop my quality from 4K down to 4K light, or even 1080 if I need to. It's not a big deal to me. A lot of times 1080 is just fine for me. So the overheating doesn't really bother me because it doesn't typically happen. But what I did notice, in a stable controlled situation like my office, this airplane is loud. If I let the 4K 60s run, it'll run for about 35 minutes before it will overheat. 4K 24s, it'll go for over an hour of recording time before it overheats. That's a cool thing about this camera too. It doesn't have a record limit, or maybe not 30-minute record limit. I think it's like 2 hours, so it'll run for like 2 hours. This thing is tight. Another thing about this camera is the affordable price. It's priced at a place where pretty much anybody can buy one, and I think that's the important part for me. Using a camera that could inspire people to get a camera that a lot of people could afford. I don't want to be using a camera that costs $5,000 and people can't typically afford
afford that camera, and they're definitely not gonna buy it if they're just getting started. Whether that's you or somebody else, I don't want that viewer, that consumer, that creative to feel like it's daunting because they don't have enough money to buy the camera. I wanna use a camera that looks good, it's small, and it's affordable, and they feel like they can obtain it and be able to make some things shake. This little 16mm is not the greatest. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's small, it makes the R8 super compact and feel like a toy, but honestly, sometimes it just doesn't feel like it's the one quality-wise, but convenience-wise, like doing stuff like this, it just works. But I'm gonna switch over to this 50mm when we go up here to go on this hike, because I wanna get some icy B-roll, I wanna get some icy photos, and I think it just has a much more sharp, clean cinematic look than the 16mm does. And I also just don't feel like bringing my Sigma Art heavier lens up on the hike. I would do it, but I just don't feel like it. We're already running behind on time. Let's go. ND filters are important, and I just stopped at this spot that I've been wanting to stop at for a while. I'm on my way back to Atlanta right now, and this spot is always on my list of places to stop. I always see it because the highway's right here. It might be loud right here as well, but I love stopping and checking out cool abandoned spots. This is a dope frame right here. Interval shooting is really dope about this camera. I can set this camera up on a tripod. I can set intervals for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 8 seconds, whatever amount of time that I want, and this camera can take a picture in those intervals. So if I wanted to take unlimited photos non-stop until the battery dies every 3 seconds, I can set that up on this camera for like self-portraits or thumbnails for YouTube or photos of products that I'm talking about, like this R8. Interval shooting's dope. On my EOS R, I didn't have that, and I was using that for a long time. It's just a feature that I love about this camera, and I'm just glad that they have that in a camera at this price. And lastly, the dynamic range on this camera is great. With the C-Log 3, it works really good. And then when I shoot vlogs and stuff like this, like right now, I'm shooting in a neutral picture profile. Even when I shoot with the neutral picture profile and the contrast is baked into the camera's footage or whatever, I can still lift these blacks up right here and still get a good image quality. It's not always the best when it comes to the highlights, like right here on my face. That's why I'm kind of exposing to preserve those highlights right now. But when it comes to the blacks, I can lift these blacks up and make a more softer image, even in a neutral picture profile, and it will still look good. And even sometimes I can bring down those highlights in the sky on the footage and it looks good. It looks great. 4K, bro. It looks good, bro. It's just, this camera's a beast, bro. I don't know what else to say about it, really. I don't know if it's too loud right here. I don't know if everything I said in this video made complete sense, because I'm kind of just winging this. I just got a few talking points. But besides the battery life and besides the potential of the camera overheating, this camera does everything extremely well for a beginner or even somebody that does professional work at the caliber that I do. The most important things for me about this camera is the price tag and the size factor and the quality all going together as a just a treat. So that's why I rebought the Canon R8. I bought it to, you know, take out, maybe be an easier option, and maybe be a main choice. I might just use this and then take my R5 for photography. I don't completely know yet, but I know that I missed this camera. It was really good and I wanted to rebuy it, and that's what I did. If you're looking into the R8, I highly recommend this camera. Obviously it still is $12.99, but it's not too expensive to the point where it's like, I'm so worried to use this. I can't be dangerous with this. You can do so many things with this and just not worry. You can feel free, and if something happens, you could replace this. It's not as expensive as a R5 or a R3 or a R5 Mark II or a C70, C80, but it still packs a nice punch of quality like those cameras, but the price tag is way cheaper. Look forward to more videos coming in the future, and then you can also check out these videos right here that I did with the R8 as well if you want more information about the settings, or look forward to some more content coming with the R8 crew.